Pita Ahki urges New Zealand players to explore overseas opportunities. A veteran's perspective, New Zealand rugby has long been celebrated for producing some of the world's most talented players, with Super Rugby and the All Black system serving as a proving ground for emerging stars. Yet, for many athletes, the path to professional success is not always linear. Pita Ahki, the Blues and Tonga center, has emerged as one of the most vocal advocates for players considering the merits of overseas-based stints to further their careers. Ahki, 33, has recently made his return to the Auckland-based Blues for the upcoming Super Rugby Pacific season after spending 7 highly successful years in France with top 14 powerhouse Toulouse. His career trajectory is notable for its breadth, having played for provincial sides in Ireland and New Zealand, top European clubs, and now representing Tonga internationally, a journey that has given him unique insight into the professional rugby landscape. Early career in New Zealand. Pita Ahki's rise through the New Zealand rugby ranks began in earnest with appearances for the New Zealand U20s and the national sevens team. Between 2014 and 2017, he also earned game time with the Blues and Hurricanes in Super Rugby. These early years showcased his versatility, athleticism, and rugby intelligence, setting him apart as a player capable of thriving at multiple levels. Despite his early promise, Ahki found his opportunities limited in the highly competitive New Zealand environment, where the depth of talent often constrains even the most capable athletes from securing sustained international exposure. This reality would eventually influence his decision to pursue opportunities overseas. The move to Ahki's first overseas stint was with Irish provincial side Connacht, though his time in Galway lasted only a single season. He soon moved to Toulouse, one of Europe's most storied clubs, where he would cement his legacy. During his 7 years in France, Ahki was part of a squad that won 5 top 14 titles: 2019, 2021, 2023, 2024, 2025, and 2 Champions Cup trophies, 2021, 2024. These achievements not only reflect his personal growth, but also the benefits of playing in a different competitive environment. In France, Ahki was exposed to diverse playing styles, tactical variations, and a rugby culture distinct from that of New Zealand. This experience, he argues, is invaluable for professional players seeking to broaden their skills and understanding of the game. Navigating international eligibility. New Zealand Rugby's policy of not selecting foreign-based players for the All Blacks meant that Ahki, despite his early promise, was effectively barred from representing the country after moving to Europe. This led him to switch allegiance to Tonga in 2023, where he has since earned 7 test caps for the Pacific Islanders. His decision underscores a broader conversation in rugby circles about player mobility, eligibility rules, and the career choices available to professionals in a global sport. Ahki has become an outspoken advocate for players who may not currently be in contention for All Black selection, encouraging them to consider overseas opportunities as a means of professional growth and international exposure. Advice to New Zealand players on the DSPN podcast with Martin Devlin, Ahki shared his perspective on why New Zealand players should consider time overseas, even if just for a year or 2. I think I'd recommend going for a year or 2. You look at the likes of Lester Fainga'anuku, who has gone for a couple of years to Toulon, come back, and now he's back in the All Black setup. Ahki said. Ahki emphasized that while each player's path is unique, there is tremendous value in experiencing rugby in different environments, especially for those who are not currently being considered for international selection in New Zealand. If you're not getting looked at for the All Blacks or whatever team, then I think you have to choose that path to go overseas. And that was how my journey panned out for me. It might be different for someone else, but I do recommend going for a year or 2 overseas. Challenges and growth. Ahki admits that leaving New Zealand as a young player was not an easy decision. I'm a real shy person. I'm real quiet. And having to leave home, my parents, and my family was a big step, he said. Despite the initial challenges, he regards the move as transformative. I applaud people that take that step to experience something new, and I don't regret it. I encourage rugby players to, you see it now, take sabbaticals over in Leinster, Japan, or France just to experience something new. you can bring those experiences back into your footy here. This perspective reflects the growing trend of New Zealand players taking sabbaticals overseas, not merely for financial reasons, but to gain experience in diverse rugby systems, expand their tactical understanding, and mature as athletes and individuals. Rejoining the Blues-Aki's return to the Blues is significant not only for him personally, but for the team, which has seen several players take temporary sabbaticals. Notably, he is effectively stepping into a role previously held by All Blacks utility back Rieko Ione, who is currently on sabbatical at Leinster. Obviously, that's the reason why the door is open here for the Blues, Ahki said on returning to Auckland. But I know for myself, no one's automatic anywhere. I know I have to work for my position. We got a lot of young, talented footballers and midfielders in the team, and I'm just looking forward to trying to help them with my experiences and just try to go one step further this year. Ahki's attitude reflects the professionalism and humility required to succeed in New Zealand's competitive Super Rugby environment. Despite his extensive overseas experience and multiple titles, he understands that reintegration into a high-performing domestic squad requires effort, adaptability, and leadership. Leadership and mentorship beyond his on-field contributions. Ahki's return to New Zealand positions him as a mentor to younger players. His experience abroad provides a wealth of knowledge regarding professional standards, tactical versatility, and mental resilience. He has expressed a desire to help younger midfielders learn from his experiences and contribute to the Blues' overall development. I'm just looking forward to trying to help them with my experiences, he said. I want to give back what I've learned overseas and help the team improve. Rugby is constantly evolving, and I hope my time in Europe can add another perspective to the squad. The overseas path. A broader perspective. Ahki's advocacy for overseas stints is part of a broader conversation in New Zealand rugby about career development and international eligibility. While All Black selection policies historically limited the opportunities of foreign-based players, many recent examples, such as Lester Fainga'anuku, demonstrate that strategic overseas experience can enhance a player's skills, confidence, and ultimately reintegration into the national squad. Ahki's message is particularly relevant for players in mid-career phases, who may face limited All Blacks opportunities but still have the potential to play at a high level internationally. By exploring overseas options, they can refine their game, experience different coaching philosophies, and return to New Zealand stronger, both mentally and technically. Reflecting on his career, looking back on his journey, Ahki is clear-eyed about the challenges and rewards of his overseas experience. It was a bold move at the time, leaving home as a young player. But I'm really happy that I did it. He said that he credits his time at Toulouse with significant professional and personal growth. Playing in the French Top 14 and Champions Cup exposed him to different styles of play, heightened competitive standards, and new team dynamics. I don't regret it, he said. I've grown as a player and as a person, and I think that experience will help me contribute here at the Blues and beyond. Preparing for the upcoming season as the Super Rugby Pacific season approaches, Ahki is focused on reintegrating with the Blues, adapting to the team's current strategies, and contributing both on and off the field. He recognizes the competition for places and the importance of performance consistency. Everyone has to work hard to earn their spot, he said. I know that no one has a guaranteed place. We've got a lot of talented young players coming through, and my goal is to help the team as much as I can while continuing to challenge myself. His attitude underscores a critical lesson for all professional players. Experience alone does not guarantee success. Effort, adaptability, and leadership are equally essential. Conclusion. A role model for career choices. Pita Ahki's journey, from New Zealand domestic rugby to Europe and back, along with his international switch to Tonga, offers valuable lessons for current and aspiring players. His advocacy for overseas stints highlights the benefits of exposure to different rugby cultures, the development of professional resilience, and the enrichment of tactical understanding. For players facing limited international opportunities at home, Ahki's advice is clear. Consider taking the bold step of playing overseas. Not only can it broaden your skills and experience, but it can also provide a platform to return stronger, more confident, and ready to compete at the highest levels.